What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and welcome to a long overdue episode of my career mode series. I know this isn't generally considered to be one of my most popular series on my channel, but I know that there are many of you out there that do thoroughly enjoy this series, so if you could leave a like on it if you are enjoying it, that would be greatly appreciated, as it just lets me know really what you're thinking or what's going on. Leave a comment with some feedback as what I can do to maybe improve this series. All feedback is always greatly appreciated, but on we go into our next match in the N Power Championship against Cardiff City, and I wasn't really sure what to think about this. I know that they're a team challenging top of the table, I believe, in real life. Don't quote me on that, but that is what I've been told. So I thought this was going to be quite a challenging match. I know they have Craig Bellamy, but we get the ball, steal it back, 5th minute, and we are on the break already. Now, I did something different pre this match. I switched to a false 9 formation from Blackpool's default 4-3-3, or I guess what was my default 4-3-3 to begin with. And I did this mainly because I decided that my wingers were my most potent attackers in the side, and I wanted to get them with the opportunity to make through slashing runs more often than not, and it has worked out. We're using Benzia as the center forward striker, and it's basically he's got better ball control and passing than Delfonso does, and he fits the way I like to play much better. Ince there with the second goal in the 12th minute, and I was well on my way, or so I thought. This was one of those matches where the fireworks were flying, and after 2 goals in the 12th minute, I was thinking this false 9 is the way forward. There is no way I'll be denied. DeSanto, though, for Cardiff, a little bit of work on the wing, finds Cowie, back to DeSanto, crosses it in, and that is just a monstrous keeping error right there. But Craig Bellamy somehow manages to nod it into the back of the net to bring Cardiff within 1 in the 22nd minute. So 3 goals in the first 20 minutes of the match, essentially, and that is fireworks indeed. But with that, it was all, 26th minute now. We're just a little bit later, and generally I try to pride myself on, strong defending and not letting the other team score and the ability to win games 1-0. But it's Muralha, our Brazilian signing, 28th minute. He's playing CDM in our 4-3-3, but boy does he like to get forward. He'd very well slot in as our other center mid, but in the false 9, we're able to use Vilhena on the right center mid side as kind of that, I guess, Xavi-esque player, and at the left center mid we use Berisha, and that's he gets the opportunity to go forward a little bit more onto his right foot, and now Vilhena does the same thing, but he is more up and down the pitch very nicely, and Berisha tends to kind of drag in, and he'll slot in and get some combo play with the center forward to create opportunities and create chances for us, which is really essentially what we're hoping for. Now, as you guys saw, Cardiff managed to get one more goal, and at halftime it was 3-2, and the second half was an absolute stalemate. The only real chance falling to me in the 90th minute, and we managed to pick up a victory there, 3-2, moving us farther forward in the table as Cardiff were hoping to get, bridge the gap to get to the top as well. And that's a huge 3 points for us, especially because we were poor in the last few matches. Now, we're on to the Capital One Cup, and we've actually done pretty well. Actually, Matt Phillips leading the way, 4 assists in the Capital One Cup. Pretty darn happy with that. But apparently I've met for the South African, with South Africa, the FA, to discuss their managerial position. And that's essentially on the other side of the world, going north to south. And I'm not quite sure if I'm down with that. But if they make the right kind of offer, that's something that I could be interested in. We're switching to the false 9 again, and because it's a cup match, I decided to give some guys a rest. If I get eliminated from this cup, it's not a huge deal, but obviously I'd like to do well. We give Nogueira his first ever match of the season. He can play attacking mid or center forward. He's Spanish. We put Grandin in. We put Osborne in. So our midfield is completely changed. We've got Dongu and Deco in up front. Matt Phillips stays, and our back line pretty much stays the same, as we really do not have the depth that we need at the back. So come the January transfer window, that's definitely something that we might be looking at. Now, obviously, we've got some injury concerns. Eardley is out for a few more weeks. He sprained his ankle, which was absolutely brutal because he's a great talent at right back for us, and we've had to move Osborne over to right back, whose default is center back, but it said he can play center back or right back, which is perfect. But Norwich applying the pressure here to begin with, and we managed to get it away in the 8th minute, and just shortly after 16th minute, it's Grandin playing in Phillips, and Phillips near post. Oh my gosh, we missed, and I thought we were going to go near post OP and get our goal, but Grandin again finds Deco, who's in behind the defenders, and he volleys it just wide of the post. And Deco's been wonderful for us in some of the past matches, and I thought he might be able to do the same in this one, but to no avail. As you can see, that was one of Norwich's chances. They just kind of dribbled it wide. Deco, not real chances. In the 59th minute, Dongu's free on goal, and he shoots it right at the keeper. Unlucky to our young Cameroonian striker that we picked up from Barcelona B. He's really not terrible, and his pace is quite lethal. Being a 65 or 66, maybe even 64 overall, you get kind of what you pay for, and that is a penalty 10 times out of 10. Matt Phillips doing what he does best, creating chances from the wing. And we are going to get a penalty in what has been a stalemate. 76th minute, we're going to give it to Grandin, who's the only player on the pitch at the time with over 70 penalties. And how about that for a pen? No movement at all from the Norwich keeper, and Grandin has another goal for us, coming up big with that. I love this view from a penalty replay. It's one of the cool things that I think EA has added in here. That just makes penalties seem very, very cool to me. But 1-0 is how the final score of this one's going to end. So we are moving on in the Capital One Cup, which is awesome, and I'm hoping the board's going to give me a nice little boost. We'll be playing Tottenham Hotspurs next, who just won previously 4-0, and that's going to be a very, very tough match, and I'm looking forward to it all the same, but it will undoubtedly be a big uphill climb to beat Spurs. And I do get a little bit of a boost from the board, and I'm thinking, all right, throw some money, £3,950. You've got to be joking me. And I guess take everything that you can, and maybe we can get a scout to do some stuff for that. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this, a like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.